Hi, everybody. Welcome. Good to have you back for class. Good to see you all. Happy Thanksgiving week. All right, so sit back and chill out. So we're going to talk today about creating a video blog that actually generates leads. That's optimized and with a whole checklist for you, like how to make your blog look great. All right. So if we're going to build a really cool website, I need to know some certain things. First of all, I need to know what colors we're going to use on this site. Good place to start. And the colors we use on the website, we should probably use across all of your marketing. So I'll type in Real Geeks over here. Here they are. Okay. Kind of like that. You like this scheme here. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to use my snipping tool. I'm going to grab a screenshot of this. Got it. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull up a website called Adobe Color. I'm going to get myself out of this. I'm going to click Extract Theme. I'm going to select that file from my computer. And there's the color scheme. So what it did is I can take any image and it'll tell me, do I want bright colors or muted colors or, oh, I like that. That's cool. So if you like the Real Geeks color scheme, here's all the specific color palettes. And I would save this and I would say, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here are the 5 colors I want you to use when you design my Facebook and you design my website. This is the color scheme I want you to use. And generally speaking, the more colors you give somebody, the better off you're going to be. The really bright one should be your call to action link. So I'd probably make the call to action link the green or the orange. Whereas the other, the lesser bright colors will probably be more of your supportive colors. So always think of your brighter colors as being your call to actions. All right. So I would save this. And I would say, here's the colors to use on the website. That's one of the first things we need with your creative standards. Now, the second thing that we need are your fonts. All right. Now I can do the same thing. I can go find some fonts that I like. All right. And fonts have different feel. Like, is like a luxury brand? Or are you like a high-end luxury agent? You know, kind of more working like more of an older, more classic, like a part of town that's like, the 1800s that's been around, the type of fonts you would use. So I can go to Adobe Font and I can, again, take an image, but I can choose all these different types of fonts that I want to use for my graphics. Okay. So this takes some time. You kind of have to know how different types of fonts work, but different fonts have different feelings, just like different types of colors, but we create your graphics. Now, what's important with fonts is there's only certain fonts we can use that you actually have on your website that you can highlight. So we'll probably use Arial or Times New Roman or something like that. But in a graphic, if we put the font in a graphic, we can use any font you want. Doesn't matter. All right. So if you were to say, hey, like this is kind of the feel I'm trying to go for with my website. Here's my color scheme, my color palette, and here's the font I want to use. I mean, this is going to look really nice. All right. Now, the third thing that we need are some photos. Okay. We probably need some pretty good photos of you. Now, I tell you, we can go to Shutterstock. All right. So I can go to Shutterstock. We have an enterprise account here and I can click images and I can type in, homes for sale. Right. And here's all these images that I could use on your website of, here's a picture of somebody with their team. And here's all these images that I can use for your graphics. I do not like using these. They're very contrived and they're not very authentic. And the ones that do look really good are very expensive. But, if we have to use graphics on your website, we can go to Shutterstock and we can pull images this way of using stock photos. I'm telling you, I would really, really like a couple of nice high resolution photos shot by like a real photographer, like lifestyle shots. They need to be using a camera with a detachable lens. And they should probably get a shot of you speaking and doing a little workshop, maybe a shot of you on the phone, a shot of your team, maybe a shot of your office. If you send us some beautiful, 4,000 or 5,000 pixel wide shot on a camera with a detachable lens photos, we can use those on your website. It's going to look so much better. All right. So imagine so far we have colors, we have fonts. You send us some really beautiful high resolution photos that you hired a professional photographer to take, that using a solid camera of just kind of things going on in your office that you can use on your website. We're looking pretty good. All right. Now, the next thing that we need for your creative standards is a little write-up on why in the world anyone would hire you. I call this your talking logo. It can be about a paragraph long, but it's essentially your About Us page. Your About Us. But here's the deal. I want to stay away from About Us, hey, here's me. I'm a realtor. Here's where I went to school. Here's my designations. Yay. Sure. What I'd rather have for your about us is like, hey, do you have this problem? Here's how I solve it. Here's how I solve it better than anyone else. I basically want you to condense your listing presentation into probably a paragraph or two. So if you could take your listing presentation or whatever it is that you're selling, you may not be a realtor, but if you had to pitch your service on the problem you solve, its features and its benefits, but in a minute or less, that's what I want for the Why Hire Us section.